How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are doing good. We got quite a few people here in the chat with us. We've got Sam, we've got PS Melter, Stupid Newfie, Hiroshi Paradox, Matthew Reese, Zach Hawkins, Casty Blonde, Some Old Metalhead, Eric Hawkins. Hope y'all's doing good today. Hope y'all is doing good. Oh. So, we got Vicky in the chat. Vicky's here. What's up, Vicky? Sam says, how about we talk about comics? I talk about comics, but I just don't want to. Not trying to be ugly this morning. Just, my interest in comics is just waning. It just takes a few poop heads to kind of ruin the whole thing for me. Even though I don't even read anything new. We were talking about comic shops. Everybody's worried because comic shops are closing. Oh, comic shops. Well, you know, if they took a stand against Diamond a few years ago and not let Diamond push them around and all this crap, they wouldn't be so crappy now. I'd rather buy old used dollar bin comics than all the crap they're pushing. Now you go in and buy 4 or 5 comics and you spent like $35-40. It's stupid. And especially since they're just a pale imitation of what they used to be. The writing's not good. Most of the time the art's not good. I just don't care. I just don't care for them. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but most comic shops, I don't really care if they close. There's none close to me, and the ones I do go to, I don't care for them. Last time I went to one, they were pushing all these new books. I mean, there's new books falling off the shelves. Nobody doesn't want to read them. They're just, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just don't really care nothing about Yeah, Matthew Reese says, if comic shops weren't feeding into monopoly, this wouldn't be a problem. Well, years ago, you know, you could get a subscription by mail and have the comics come straight to your house. The comic shop just become a big deal because of people trying to collect comics and then make big bunches of money off variants and a bunch of other stuff. It's stupid. I put on Twitter, the best comic shop I go to is Game Exchange, and it's not even a comic shop. It's it's video games. They mostly do retro games, movies. They have vinyl and comics, Gundam models, anime. Just having a straight up comic shop just doesn't cut it anymore. Yeah, Sam, but that's the thing. If you go to a comic shop here, you don't see any of the other stuff. The shelves are full of Marvel and DC. You might see a few Image comics. You might see a few Dark Horse comics. But they're shoving Marvel and DC down your face. So that's one reason I just don't care. See, Sam, that's the thing. You can say that, but when you go to a comic shop, you cannot find this stuff. It's hard to broaden your horizons when you can't find anything. It's easier to find the stuff online. You actually, and that's one reason I tell people all the time, get on Comixology, get you an unlimited account, and just look at different stuff. You'll find so many different books. And that way, if you do want to shop online or you want to go to a shop, you say, hey, there's these things. Like Sam's always got a lot of different stuff. Yeah, I know, Sam, but I'm just bringing that up here. That's our problem here. Most people go to comic shops because you can't really. That's the only way you get to look at most things, and people just don't like being able to. Most people don't like buying stuff without being able to look at it. I know you're not talking about comic shops, but I'm just bringing it to my point of view. You can't really find this stuff. The only place to look, like I say, the only place to check half this stuff's out on Comixology. And I don't like to buy I don't buy digital copies on there because you don't really own the books at that point. But the unlimited thing, there's so many books to read. It's almost like a library card for comic books. You get to check out lots and lots of stuff. There's stuff I checked out that I never would have picked up in a comic shop or bought online. Never would have touched it. And I just see a picture and I'm like, I'll check this out. So, the Bunner Dome says, "Did you install your bidet yet, Doug?" No, I didn't. I haven't yet. I'm just going to run a hose from the outside into the back door, and whenever I get ready, I'll just spray my butt with the water hose. But yeah, comic books and stuff. Jalapeno Milk says, "Dude, I tried reading a Turok book on comicsology yesterday. No dinosaurs." Yeah, that's lame. Matthew Reese says, "My shop is a game and MTG shop that sells comics." Yeah, that seems to be the best thing. Yeah, a shop that just deals in comics by itself, like the shop I was talking about that I can go to that's not Game Exchange. You can't even buy, like, they don't have any dollar bin books. They have a ton. They have a whole room of long boxes, but everything in the long boxes is like $6 to $8, and I'm not collecting. I just read. I just want books to read. I want old comic books. I can get on Facebook Marketplace, no joke, and find a dude. I can find. There's a guy I know like 30 minutes from here that's just selling loose comics. You can buy, like, he's got some Spider-Man comics. He's got 30 Spider-Man comics for $20. That's cheaper than buying them in the dollar bin. And they're all like 80s and 90s stuff. Eric Hawkins says, "I think some of them depend on the owner of the shop. There's one here that focuses more on everything other than Big Two." Yeah, I think maybe it's just the town that I'm in. I think it's... Well, it's not even the town I'm in. It's a little way over here. I think it's so hard for them to sell the comics of the big characters that people know that it's hard for them to diversify, because they're not even buying like X-Men and Batman and stuff there anymore. Bunderdome says, "I just told my wife we should just done that with the garden hose and save $45. There you go. No dinos and a new artist. Crap poop. Pooposaur. Is that a pooposaur in there? Said Jalapeno Milk. Eric Hawkins says they even had a few art gallery showings in their back room for local artists. Had stuff in one of the showings. That's cool. That's cool. See, my library doesn't carry any. You can find just a very few comics, and that's why I just use Comixology for. Plus, I don't have to drive to town. Plus, I don't have to see people. It takes me 25 minutes to get to town, and then I don't like people. And then the comics they have like a little section that has like that many in it. And most of the time, people bring them back all tore up, and you can't even read them anyways. Sam says, "The place I go to has a lot of stuff from all the companies in the U.S., European stuff, and a ton of manga, though it is first and foremost a board game store." You see, that's what I go to Game Exchange, and even though they don't focus on comics, they've got a whole wall of like comics. If you want some new stuff, they've got some new stuff up here, but they've got like a whole wall of like Image, 80s and 90s. Marvel. They've got long boxes you can dig through, and all the old books are $1 a piece. And so I love going there and buying that stuff. And then I can go over to Ollie's, which I don't have any of my Ollie's books, and pick up the trade paperbacks for like $5 to $10. Really good stuff. So I'm not very interested in comic shops. It's just kind of lame. I'd much rather go to Game Exchange, and they have manga and stuff like that there, and which, like, I don't have a whole lot of manga, but I do have couple Triguns I need to read. Yeah, so we've been ranting for a few minutes about that. Yeah, Eric says, you don't like people, then you're in the right business. Most comic book people don't like being around people. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of people. I've always been real shy and awkward and anxiety ridden, and I just don't like being around people. So that's just just how it is. It's just how it be. But let's look at Napalm Brothers. Now we've been going up a little bit. I've already ordered these books. These books is ordered. So we got 120 backers. That's awesome. We hit 120. We're at 1620. We got 3 days left, and I'm really excited to get this out there. Like I was showing off the book yesterday. This thing is really awesome. I do not think anybody that backs this will be disappointed. It turned out great. It looks fantastic. Also, for that $10 price, you're getting the book and the ash can. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm kind of gonna be pushing this pretty hard here the next few days, because it's gonna be ready to go. I've already ordered the Gemini mailers. I've got the bags and the boards down here, and I've got some posters and stuff. I've got to get the comic book hut, the people who back to support the troops. He's going to be sending a couple pieces of art. So if you back that, yours might be a little bit later, a little bit later than everybody else's. But that's just because I'm waiting on extra stuff, and I'm going to package it probably a little bit different. But definitely go back this. I'm really tickled that we hit 120 backers, and we're going to. The plan is, this is the plan. Right now we're in this little group on Twitter of people that fight and carry on, and most of them are garbage people. It's time to move beyond that. It's time to do something different. This crowdfunding nonsense is going to burn itself out. It's already burned itself out with the way things are right now. I would really have hated to start a campaign this month. And I know a couple people's looking to start them next month. If things don't pick up, I would put it off a little while. I believe things will go back to normal. I do think the coronavirus is something that I don't want. I don't think people want it, but I think a lot of this has been overblown. I think a lot of this is because it's election year, and we've seen so many games and stuff going on. But still, stay safe. Don't get sick. Nobody likes to get sick. If you get sick, don't work yourself to death. That's another thing. People get sick. My brother will get sick as a dog, and he won't take a day off. He works himself until if you get sick, just take it easy. But this crowdfunding stuff is going out the window. With the way things are going, it's really not a good time to be crowdfunding. I'm trying to look into doing something different. I'm thinking about just going old school and doing black and white. Printing them myself, stapling them myself, all that stuff. Doing black and white books, trying to sell them for $1, maybe $2, something like that. And once we do a run, 5-6 books, maybe then we'll crowdfund a color collection or something. And that wouldn't be to make a lot of money. That'd just be for the people. I want the collection. I want the colors, something like that. Just trying to get it out there. I don't. The coronavirus is in here. thanks for being here, coronavirus. We don't like you because you're bad, but you can hang around. Not judging you. You're just doing what viruses do. We just do web comics, and web comics aren't for me. I want to do printed comics. I don't care if they're cheap mini comics, if they're black and white or whatever. I still want to be able to offer them printed. Maybe we'll still do PDFs or whatever, but I don't want to do the digitals. I want to do stuff people can hold in their hand. Still kind of brainstorming on that. You know how it be. The coronavirus says, I like you. Well, you go somewhere else. Coronavirus. I mean, you like I said, you can hang out here, but on the internet, but nobody wants to visit with you in person. You're bad. You are a bad. I'm getting messages on my computer box. So, yeah, anyways, if you're going to run a campaign, maybe we'll put it off for a few weeks. Let's see what else is going on. We got the coronavirus just tearing up the chat here. Cassie Blonde says he's going with Indie Planet for his comic. I've seen a few other places that have the print-on-demand thing. The only thing for me, the print-on-demand is still kind of expensive. It's not... I don't know how to... I don't know. I think they should be cheaper. You definitely want to be able to compete with the big two. $5 for a comic book is just too much. It needs to be in the alternate range, like $1 or $2, something like that. It needs to be something that you can sit down and go, hey, if it only cost me $5 to ship, 10 of these $1 comics, I'll just go ahead and buy 10 of them. Something like that. Let's see. Zach Hawkins says, listening while gaming. Have a good chat all. Have a good game there, Zach Hawkins. Ezra says, mini comics are the win, physical or bust. Yeah, I mean, if I want to do something really, really cheap. Cheap, like affordable. Not cheap, crappy, but cheap, affordable. Yeah, Eric, Eric says he's a little concerned about launching his campaign now, but it's still a month away. Exactly. You might be all right, but either way, it might be good just to, you can watch things and you've got time to decide, to weigh everything in. Model 316 says buckle up because now there are reports of a hantavirus. P.S. Miller says just make comics about dinosaurs that dive into home movies with babes and place on Amazon. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Coronavirus is going to play Doom Eternal. I heard that Doom Eternal is pretty awesome. Yeah, Eric. That's so funny they say that. They claim that, everybody that's in there makes a whole bunch of money. And there's so many books that barely even get funded. And they're like going hardcore, like attacking people and taking up for these just low life pieces of garbage. And they're like getting, like $2,000 something, not even enough to print their books. Let's see. Yeah, Sam says, yeah, guaranteed to get 25K except when you don't. 5K. Some old metalhead says I've delayed mine till May or June. Matt Reese says he's got to step out. We'll see you later there, buddy. Hope you have yourself one of them there good uns. He's showing his Patreon out there. And that's another thing I want to talk to you guys about, because I've been thinking about this and I need to run it by everybody else. But I do want to grow the comics underground. I would like for more people to list their stuff on here. We're talking about trying to make like a real comics hub. You know, not people who want to fall in line with a bunch of weirdos or any of that stuff. This is just about people who create comics because they love it. It's not about any kind of movement or any of that stuff. It's just about making comics. And we've got 6 free to read comics on here right now, and I hope to add more. And of course we got the crowdfunding links on here, which I need to fix Saving the World because it's not Indiegogo now. He's now up on Kickstarter. But you know, and then we got Friends of the Underground. And this is another thing. If you just want, like I said, I'm trying to build a hub, put links, and promote this little site so that when people want to find some free to read stuff, or they want to find some cool people, some comics that are different, maybe they can find all this. And like I know a couple people. Yeah, Casty, if you want to put a preview of your book on here, you're more than welcome to, bud. Just shoot me the put it on Google Drive and shoot me the link, or let me host it, or whatever, however you want to do it, and we'll stick it up here. And this is another thing I was going to suggest. Like, if you've got a Patreon, which I know the Ideal Comics one is linked through there, but if you've got a Patreon and you create comics, like I know Tonic Mole's got one and he's selling some comics through there, I'm going to put his logo and a link to his Patreon on there. So I mean, this is the help all of us randos. You know, and people's always talking about free comics to read. We got 6 right here. That's fine, Casty. It don't matter how many pages it is, bud. It's free to read, and if it'll get you a little bit of traffic and help you in any way, I think that would be cool. And you just telling people, hey, go here and read a preview of this. You know, that if that gets a couple people to come and check out these books or any of the crowdfunders, then that's awesome too. So we got Slick Jimmy in the chat, being all slick and Jimmy-ish. But yeah, I'm gonna start promoting this quite a bit, and you know, we still gotta get the Napalm Brothers. We got 3 days left on that. 120 backers. That right there is awesome. I'm gonna take some pictures of the book and post it online, because I cannot show you guys on this how awesome that it looks. It looks really, really good too. Yeah, coronavirus has got a really good point. That's another thing I was going to put it there. An artist page as well. You know, put up some different put up a hub there where people can find people to work with. You know, some artists, some writers, put their links up there. You never know. Somebody might be looking for an artist, and they might find the artist they need right there. And this is like no affiliations. All this is about is loving comics. It's not pushing anybody's bowel movement. I seen that Bunderdome. It's just about making comics and having fun. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So is everybody out there getting to work? I know we hear about the old coronavirus all the time, but I know some of y'all's getting to work from home now, and that's good. That's good. And some people's not getting to work at all. They're threatening to put us on lockdown. If they do that, I won't. Who knows how long I won't get to work. I don't know what I'll do at that point. Hiroshi Paradox is pushing a bowel movement. Sounds very unpleasant. And I was listening to Audio Mullet, and they actually, one of your questions was a topic on there, and that was a really funny episode. I've been listening to Audio Mullet and just cracking up. Really funny stuff. Hiroshi Paradox says, I was working from home, but work dried up, so I'm on forced vacation. Mallet's in the chat. What's up, Mallet? It says working at home. Melter doesn't have any work today. Some old metalhead says business as usual. Sam says I have work till the next few weeks at the very least. I work at grocery stores and people need. That's exactly right. So you're one of those essential peoples. Stupid Noofy says Canada is basically shut down. No, Melter, I will not open a pizza parlor. You have all kind of unsavory people hanging out behind those. Jimmy says, I have a rainy day fund for just such a time, but I haven't dipped in it yet. Man, I've been saving all my money for vacation and doing all this stuff, and if I have to break into that, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. I was thinking I was going to dip into it to get these stupid comic books done. Not Napalm. Napalm's doing fine, but Legends is a pain. Vicky says I'm still working for now. Well, that's good. That's good. I still have work for now, but like I said, I'm waiting for them to lock it down any day. Hiroshi Paradox says I'm thinking if I should answer one of these hiring immediately ads for the grocery stores around here. I know I do most of my shopping at the dollar store. Because here in Tennessee, you can pick up a rock and throw it and hit a Dollar General. I'm sure it's like that all over the place. And there's a tiny little town I come through on the way home because I live way out in the middle of nowhere. And so I do most of my shopping at the dollar store. And they've got prices. They've got signs up everywhere that say hiring staff immediately, need immediate help, blah, blah, blah. So I'm probably flying at about Warp 2 right now. Eric Hawkins says I'm working from home for at least the next month, but drawing too. Yeah, get that drawing in there. Get that book ready to go. Looking forward to that book. Really looking forward to that book. It's going to be a good one. Same here in Texas, filthy with dollar stores. Yeah, that's what. I mean, it's no joke, man. There's like $3 stores I could go to before I even got to town. It's not really. It's actually, it would be cheaper for me to go to Walmart because Walmart deals in such a larger volume. The prices are better, but I hate Walmart. I worked at Walmart for like 6 or 7 years on third shift, and it was horrible. Nearly ruined my life. And you say, well, Doug, how did working third shift at Walmart nearly ruin your life? Let me tell you how. When you work third shift, you don't get adequate amounts of sleep. When you don't get adequate amounts of sleep, you make really stupid decisions. And I was still in my 20s at the time. So I was making all kind of stupid decisions, running around, hanging out with girls, doing stupid stuff, spending all my money. And I blame all that on Walmart. It is awful. It is absolutely awful. I mean, I work third shift now, but it's different. I have plenty of time to sleep and do all that mess. I guess because I'm getting old and I'm just like, somebody calls me like, Doug, you want to hang out? And I'm just like, no, I'll just go to bed. Or I just don't answer them because I'm already asleep. All right, Casty, I'll get you preview up there on the page here in a little bit. We'll start telling everybody to go there and look at that mess. But like, go look at this. It's good stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty grumpy then. Actually, no, I was actually everybody I always work with. I don't know, they like to work with me for some reason. I guess because I'm a huge goofball, and I'd show up to work half asleep, fall asleep, everybody would laugh and cut up and whatever. Vicky says some things are cheaper at the dollar store, some Walmart. The dairy's always cheapest at Food Line. We don't have a Food Line. Ours closed down. We don't have a Food City. They closed down. We have a Save a Lot, which they went to Save a Lot, and all the milk was gone. All the pork was gone. They had some chicken and some crappy hamburger meat, but... And, I didn't hardly buy any groceries. I just been buying random things. There's not been anything I really want to eat. And I know it's bad because it's like at some point you're going to have to get something and eat it. And stop being so dang picky, I guess. I'm a creature of habit. I eat the same things. I do a lot of this. I wear the same clothes, eat the same food, do the same thing every day. And when something just doesn't go right, it just kind of throws me off. I'm weird, I guess. I don't know. Most people might be that way. We got Ashton Jackal in here. What's up, buddy? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a fantastical day. We got 17 viewers in here. So I hope y'all's having a good day. It's still kind of rainy here. I'm hoping things clear up by Easter. My first little camping trip's going to be on Easter. I'm taking like 3 days off from work, taking my camper trailer. Which, here's the thing. I don't have a truck. I have a Dodge Charger, and it's a ex-police car. Scary fast. I mean, like insane fast. And I bought this it's a little cargo trailer. Like you see most little businesses have it, and they put their tools and stuff in. Well, this one's been converted into a camper. It's got a power inverter. It's got like a little couch that folds into a bed. It's got a TV in it. It's got an air conditioner. But there's a few little things I need to add to it, and I need to work on so me and Axel can stay in it. But I bought a trailer hitch for my Dodge Charger, and so I've got I think me and my dad's going to put it on. You got to put it up on the car and bolt it on. You got to take the exhaust off, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to be driving my police car around with a little trailer. I'm going to go camping, have me a good time. Let's see. Hiroshi Paradox says, I've shopped Albertsons the past 2 weeks. They finally had some meat I needed this week, but they were out of so much other stuff. It started getting me worried the past few days. Yeah, I haven't been able to buy any toilet paper at all. I bought like 4 rows the other day. So I have like 5 rolls of toilet paper. Hopefully that'll last me through the apocalypse. Yeah, it's not a fifth wheel. It's just a regular bumper pull, but it's neat the way that it mounts up under the car and it drops down and hangs out under the bumper. I'm gonna get me a Dodge Ram hitch cover and stick in there when I'm not uh, driving it around. Model says, does it have a 50 cal mounted? Not yet, but I mean I could put one on there. It would be awesome. It's gonna be really cool. I actually kind of want to deck out my car a little bit, but like I said, I've been putting my money into getting ready to go camping. I need to get the windows tinted. I'm kind of surprised. It's an ex-police car, and usually when you see an ex-police car, the windows are tinted like way darker than legal because the cops don't have to. They don't have to follow the rules. You know how it is. This one not got any tint on it at all. No tint. But I did put a big push bar on the front. It didn't have a push bar, so put a big push bar on the front. I still got the factory hubcaps that all the cop cars got them on there. I'm gonna put one of the Hellcat wings on it. It's not really a wing. It's just a little spoiler that comes right up off of it just slightly. Tint the windows. I'm gonna do some other stuff. It's pretty cool. I like it, but it's weird because all the Chargers have got the console shifter, and mine's got the one up here, like an old man car. But man, it drops straight down. There's no pulling it out and pulling it down. You just grab it and pull it straight to the bottom. It goes straight to drive. It's awesome. I like my car a lot. See, I had a 2015 Camaro that I had for like 4 years, and it was worth quite a bit more what I paid on it. I mean, what I owed on it because when I bought it, it had 0% financing, so I kept paying on it, and I went and sold it and had some extra money, and my brother, he buys wrecked cars and fixes them. And that was one that he had, and I was like, I'm going to sell my car and buy that car. And we were looking at trailer hitches and stuff before I ever started because that was the whole plan. It's like, I sold my motorcycle because most time we'd go on these big long rides and go far away. I'd rather just be able to go camping or something and take my dog. I didn't have Axel. Once I got Axel, I just kind of got rid of my motorcycle because he don't ride motorcycle. So that's my big plan for this coming year if things go back to normal anytime soon. If they don't, I guess I might just go camping anyways, just be poor. I have plenty of land. I was telling yeah, I agree, Sam. You put that kind of stuff on your car, you definitely deserve it. My car's too awesome for that stuff. And I was telling Mom, and I've said on here before, and that's the way I honestly feel. I like guns. I like shooting my guns. And, when I have my carry permit, because you never know what's going to happen. But I don't want to have to shoot anything. I'm not even living animals. But I've been telling Mom that it might be a good idea to hunt a couple of deer. We've got deer all over. I mean, there's so many deer running around. People hit them all the time with their cars. My brother's always fixing somebody's car. And there's I could sit on the back porch and like 5 or 6 of them will come out and just stand back there in the back of the field. And as bad as I hate to, the meat that we eat from the stores come from animals anyways. And it's just kind of weird because it's a living creature. And at that point, you have to take the responsibility for killing the creature. And I don't really want to have to do that. but I feel like it might be a good idea to to maybe hunt a couple of deer and save the meat, put it in the freezer. You know, maybe smoke a bunch of it and have some jerky. Because you never know how things are going to get. We got turkey, we got deer all over. So that might be something that I have to do. Like people did. You know, people in this area have been doing it forever. But it, is a lot more common. So that might be something. Now see, that's the thing, Ezra. That's what is like after shoot the thing, I'm gonna have to dress it and gut it and all that. I'm worried about. I just don't know if I can do that. Which I guess if it come down to it, I could. But if I did it now before things got too bad, there's 2 or 3 dudes around here who they process the meat for you. You can bring the deer to them and tell them what you want, and they'll cut it. They'll cut you so many steaks or tenderloin or like ground it up into hamburger meat. My uncle a couple years ago, he had a whole bunch of hamburger meat and he gave it to us. And those deer burgers were fantastic. So I'm seriously thinking about maybe hunting 1 or 2 if I can dress one without puking all over myself and then feeling bad about it. Like, I don't know. I just don't like shooting. I don't want to kill something. It just makes me feel guilty, And then, like I said, it's easy to go to the store and buy something because it, you didn't kill it. So it's like, well, I'm going to eat this because it died and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to waste it, blah, blah, blah. But taking responsibility for it, that's a little bit different. Model 316 says processing easy. Just make sure you bleed it out or it'll taste like pennies. Yeah, all that iron. Now, Tim, I didn't want to tell you this, but I ran over a bunny the other day. And as soon as I hit it, I felt so bad. I was like, Tim would be so upset right now. We got so many bunnies here. I mean, that's one thing. Nobody hunts anything, and they're just all over the place. My dogs chase bunnies. They catch a lot of bunnies and squirrels. Yes. If you guys backed Common America, go to your Kickstarter right now and fill out your survey. Tim still has 58 people who haven't filled out their surveys. So you need to go do that. Definitely. Yeah, I've got, like everybody's talking about, killing deers in the thing, and I've got a couple uncles that'll help me do it. Like I said, I've never done it. I never had an interest in hunting anything. I've always liked guns. I like to shoot. To me, it's just more like I can shoot. I know I can shoot a deer. I'm a pretty good shot. It's kind of ridiculous how good I can shoot for as little as I practice. But and I'm terrible at video games. Video games can't shoot nothing, but in real life I'm a lot better. I think it's just where we shot so much as a kid. I was telling Mom wouldn't let us have BB guns, pocket knives, none of that stuff. We'd come down here to Grandpa's house. Grandpa just let us take his BB gun, go outside, shoot whatever we want to. We had fireworks. We was just burning stuff, running wild. And so, Grandpa's kind of the one who taught us to shoot when we was kids. We'd take the BB gun and line it up, you know, and shoot. And yeah, Model says I don't like hunting animals, but I have and will again if needed. Yeah, I feel like the other day when I went to the store and there was no meat. I mean, there was chicken. I'm not that crazy about chicken, guys. I mean, I like it okay if it's real good. But chickens, I just don't. I'm not a big chicken fan. But there was no pork, and there was a little bit of beef. I live off pork and beef. That's what I live off of. I love this stuff. I throw, I buy ribs or like the breakfast chops, throw them in the slow cooker, let them cook all day, and it pretty much turns into like, you know, shredded. It just shreds. I just throw it in a big tub and eat on it for a couple weeks. But there was nothing. There was nothing at the store, and I just feel like maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, what's funny, I can go to the store and there's all kind of canned vegetables. If I want canned vegetables, I can get canned vegetables. And we used to grow a big garden. That might be something to start doing again. Is growing a garden. I've got plenty of land to do all that stuff, you know. My mom, this is the thing about my mom, Jimmy. Jimmy says, your mom was cruel. My mom was the one who taught me to shoot. My dad couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. This thing with my mom. My mom grew up, there were 6 kids. Her mom and dad were always at work. There was nobody watching the kids. They was constantly getting hurt. You know, one of my uncles, he got hit in the eye and he lost his eye. And so mom has always been terrified of stuff like that. She didn't want anything like that to happen to any of us. So that's why she wouldn't let us have anything like that. She didn't want anything to happen. Her and dad both just super overprotective. And so that's the way they were. Sam says, I'd love to try some deer. Man, it's really good, Sam. It's really, really good. Model 316 says all I could get was frozen burger patties and a smoked ham. Everything else was gone. Eric says there's been no meat here in days except turkeys. No one is buying the turkeys. I would buy a turkey. That's another thing. There's been like a bunch of big wild turkeys running around here. And like I said, I don't care that much for chicken, but like turkey, I don't know, I'll eat turkey all day long. I love turkey. Stupid Noofy says family friend here set snares. He had like 16 rabbits hung up in his shed. And then in the winter, they practically kill themselves darn near across the highway here. Yeah, that's the way it is here. That's the way most of them die. They just run out in the road. We got Jake in the chat. What's up, Jake? But I believe it might be a good idea to hunt a few. I've got I'll go borrow my brother's 243. He's got a big old scope on it. I just sit on the back porch. I need to get like a dehumidifier or a smoker or something and smoke a bunch of stuff. Who knows? Maybe if I decide to go hunting, we'll do a video on it. I mean, it wouldn't be in all seriousness. I could sit on my back porch and hunt. So hey, we got Matt C in here. What's up, buddy? His book is doing pretty well. Not really been showing a lot of books on here lately, and it's just trying to push napalm a little bit. And I keep forgetting so many people's books. It made me feel bad, so I just stopped promoting most people. Ezra says, "Do you fish?" No. I mean, I don't have anything against it, but I just don't have time to go. I don't make time to go. That's what it is. I don't make time to go. That being said about books, most of you people, is mods. I don't make as many mods as I used to, but if you have campaigns that you backed or that you're running, feel free to drop the links in the chat anytime. So, Jake says, I heard Doug can shoot the hair off a frog's butt. Well, I hate to brag, but I got a frog laying down there in the floor I shot all kind of stuff off of. Oh, man. I've actually been... I want to buy some more guns. I need to sell some guitars, though. Any of you guys want to buy any guitars or trade guns for them? I'm really wanting like a lever action 357 so I can shoot 38 special out of it. Or actually, I wouldn't mind having a 30-30. I'll trade you this guitar over here for one. We got 18 viewers right now. 18 viewers. I just made you mod there, Jimmy. Like you didn't even know it. Right when I was saying that, I made you mod. I don't make a whole lot of people mods because we had a problem a while back where I made too many people mods and somebody accidentally threw out model 316, so I had to go and find out how to dig him out of the trash. Yeah, like in this room right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guitars here. Well, 5. There's one over here. There's 5 guitars, a banjo, a bass, a ukulele, and my Telecaster's right over there in a case. Yeah, Matt, see, you go get your dad's 30-30 and I'll trade you a guitar for it. We got Dave. He says, what happened today? Not much, Dave. We've been talking about napalm because it's only got 3 days left. And it's got 120 backers. It's at 1620. And so we've been pushing that. We're talking about comic shops, and I was talking about how I don't care about comic shops and probably making some people upset. Then I was talking about how I was going to start hunting because I can't go to the grocery store and buy any dang meat. I'm going to have to poop out in the woods and spray my butt off with a water hose while I'm out there hunting for deer. And I was trying to trade this guitar for a 30-30. Oh. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't care to trade it for like a mini 14 or something. It's a cool guitar though. I don't know, I just don't need it. Just don't need it. I sold a guitar the other day for some money on Reverb. I pretty much just want to keep my Les Paul, my 7-string, and my Telecaster. That's all I need. Stupid newbie says it's crazy how people are buying up all the ammo and non-restricted rifles here where the government will use emergencies to enact further gun restrictions. Yeah, I got so much junk here. Let me see if I can get it out of the way to fix this. There we go. I'm back. Back in black. Hit the sack. See, Eric Hawkins says, I'm sending you the PDF is on for World of Oz 1 with a 4-page preview too. Post on Comics Underground. That is awesome, dude. That is fantastic. I'll post that. Now that'll be 2 more books on there. And Eric, if you want to send me like a link where people can follow you there, like if you just want me to put your Twitter handle or whatever, just let me know. Dave, I was just talking about how I don't care about chickens. I'm not the world's biggest chicken fan, and I couldn't keep chickens. My dad's huskies would eat them, even if they were in a pen. That one husky, Dexter, he is an escape artist. He can find his way in or out of anything. He's absolutely ridiculous. Axel, he wouldn't care. I've been trying to sell the dang guitar there, Jake. People just ain't buying up guitars right now. Yeah, model says chickens are horribly destructive and messy. Plus, they'd all get killed by them dogs and it'd just be a waste of money. See, I'm going to tell you the story about this guitar. There's only supposed to be a limited run of these made, which is a lie. Has to be a lie. There's only supposed to be a limited amount of these made. This is the Slash Signature Firebird. Slash is mostly known for playing Les Pauls. Well, this is the Epiphone version. A couple years ago, Joe Bonamassa put out a Firebird, and as soon as they sold out, the prices on them tripled. And I thought, man, I'm going to pick up one of these and hang on to it for a while. Well, apparently they lied and made way more of them than what they claimed, and there's still places trying to blow these out. They can't even sell them. No, that's not for you, Poopy. Axel's like, is that guitar mine? No, that's not for the poopy head. That's not for the poopy head. Is it? What are you doing? Huh? You want to come in here and be on the show? Chickens always break your heart. I've never heard anybody say it. What? You don't like chickens either? You'd eat them, wouldn't you? Would you eat a chicken? Took Axel to Tractor Supply, and he loved the little baby chickens. He just stood there and looked at them and looked at them. Didn't you? You like them baby chickens? Huh? Do you like them baby chickens? Him's a good boy. Got Dick Richards in the chat. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing good today. We got lots of good people in here. We've had a pretty good discussion today. Pretty good discussion. Ain't we, Axel? Ain't we, buddy? Don't be licking my chair, you weirdo. You weirdo. You want to come here and be on camera? Ooh, come here. You want to leave? Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, Axel's always thinking about snacks. Ooh. I mean, I'll eat chicken. Don't get me wrong there, Matt. But if you give me a choice between a big piece of beef or pork and chicken, I'll take beef or pork every time. I like chicken okay, but it's not. No, he's licking the chair there, Timothy. I'm gonna come whoop you. I think on the next, yeah, you tell him, Matt. No, shame. Shame on you. Right, Axel? Shame on him. I think on the next Napalm Brothers campaign, I think that we should do hats like this. These really cool boonie hats. With a patch, though. It says Napalm Brothers on it. What do you guys think? Would you guys like hats? Ezra says roasted or barbecued chicken is yummy. And there Chabby appears. Dick Richards says chickens have a beak, makes them the most dangerous animals. Dave says, I got 70s comics coming from Ingleton today. He does a YouTube auction on Saturday nights. That's cool. Those are the kind of comics I like. Weird 70s and 80s stuff. Model says, I caught a 6-foot king snake eating my eggs once and picked him up by the tail. All the eggs and yolk was pouring out of him. Oh, that's gross. Melter says, I have lots of chicken in the freezer. Butter Dome says, dog tags. That would be, hey, that would be cool. That would be really cool. That would be awesome. Jake says he'd buy it. Dick Richard says yes. Vicky said I'd get one. Model 316 says I wouldn't wear it, but I would wear a boonie with gravestone press on. Oh, that's cool. Might do something like that too. Chicken good, says Jimmy. I like chicken. Like every once in a while, I go to Chick-fil-A and get a chicken sandwich, but I mean, I wouldn't eat no chicken sandwich over Taco Bell. I'd rather have Taco Bell than chicken sandwich. I'd rather go to Taco Bell than any chicken place. That's just because I like Taco Bell. And you know what? We're getting a Taco Bell in my town. We've not had a Taco Bell here in over 10 years, probably. Axel, he's laying over in the floor licking everything. He'll pick you out a spot on the carpet and just lay there and just lick it. I'm like, okay, buddy. Model says nothing against napalm. It's just my thing with logos on clothes. I'm kind of the same way. I don't have a lot of, like, I've got this shirt here and it's got my favorite page from Lone Wolf on it. And I've got a few shirts with a few little things on it, but I'm not real crazy about logos and stuff myself. But I'll look into that and talk to Six about it. Like yesterday, we was talking about doing the ammo can. Doing the ammo can full of comic books. Maybe that'll be something we'll do. Maybe we'll offer a bunch of comic books and do a hat and a patch and some dog tags and different stuff like that. And throw it all in the ammo can. We make it where you can get it all separate, you know, but make one big perk where you can get everything in an ammo can. Ezra does not like the Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. I eat Taco Bell all the time. Let's see. Jake says Taco Bell breakfast quesadilla is underrated. Matt C says I used to work at Taco Bell and at Atlanta Bread, but I only eat Taco Bell nowadays. What does that tell you? The Taco Bell is awesome. Hiroshi Paradox says I saw a helicopter land in a field when I was little, so the pilot could run and get some Taco Bell. Now the Taco Bell is a Sonic, and that field is a Home Depot. Zach Hawkins says I'm not much of an adrenaline junkie, but eating Taco Bell during a TV shortage is kind of a rush. Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, just use a good boonie hat, not a cheap thin. What? Like this one's actual Army surplus. I had some cheap ones, and I don't know, they don't fit right. They don't bend good. And then, I don't know, just they feel like, what? What do you want? He just got up from his nap. Him was napping. We don't have no taco trucks here. I live in the South. Now, the Mexican restaurant here, man, has some fantastic tacos. But I don't hardly ever go. And they're closed now because of all this nonsense. What are you doing? Getting people to bite on me. What are you biting on me for? We got old Doofy Productions in here, and if you guys don't know who that is, that's old Jameson, and he's the artist on the Lone Wolf, and dude is absolutely killing it. And one thing I was going to say while he's here, we were looking through the proofs, trying to get all the pages formatted correctly, which we've got just a couple pages left on that. But his, where he colored them, on the digital print are some of the coolest looking pages in the Legends Lone Wolf book. We got Tony Sizzle in here, says dropping in Taco Bell is awesome. That's right. Matt C says R.I.P. Taco Bell helipad. Oh man. Jake got scared by Axel. Axel, you're scaring people, buddy. They can hear you, but they can't see you. He just looks at me. Every time I talk to him, I talk to him so much, he just constantly just looking at me like, what are you talking about, crazy person? Butterdome says, Model 316 says prepper or another mil spec hat. That's exactly right. You want something sturdy and something good. I don't like cheap hats myself either. Butterdome says ammo can with hat, dog tag, comics, and a bandolier with sticker bullets with the logo on each bullet would be that's a pretty cool idea. Sleek Jimmy says Taco Bell is imitation Mexican food. I agree, but it's a good imitation. It's pretty much just Americanized versions of Mexican food. Because Mexican food, honestly, Mexican food is the best. I love the Mexican restaurant here, but I can't pull up to the Mexican restaurant with $5 and get diarrhea. It costs a little bit more. Let's see. Doobie says, I've been doxed again. That's right. You show up here and I'll dox you. If you guys haven't, go and subscribe to Doofy Productions channel. There is a video on there that made me laugh so hard I couldn't contain myself. And you guys know how I like to talk about poop. There's a video on there. It's about poop, and it will make you laugh. Or either that or vomit. Dave says, what? I'm trying to talk to Dave. I'm trying to read what Dave said. What do you want? What do you want? Huh? He said, I like to bark at you in here. I says, I got lost now. Oh, Jake says Napalm Brothers branded TP. There you go. There you go. What? 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 Oh, man. Yeah, that's... What? What? Model 316 talking about the helicopter pilot there says he landed in another field 30 minutes later to run to someone's bathroom. Dick Richards says, I love Mexican and Americanized Chinese food. I do too, man. I do too. Axel, you're scaring Slick Jimmy's cat. Oh no, he says Jake. I thought I just seen it triggered by doggos. Thought you was talking about your cat. You're probably working, aren't you? What? He's like, I'm gonna quit barking at you and stab you with my nose. We got 20 viewers in here. I think this might be a record. Might be a record. Axel's over there. He went over there now, so he'll quit barking at me. He likes to come bark at me when I'm on the computer. Oh man. You guys got me craving some Taco Bell. The closest Taco Bell is like 35 minutes away. I don't really want to drive over there, spend all that money on gas to get Taco Bell. Quick, talk about drama to get more. Yeah, there we go. Oh, man. You know, every once in a while, you kind of have to talk about things that happen that maybe, it's a little bit of drama or it's a bunch of bullcrap. But isn't it so much better just to have a good time and talk about Taco Bell? Like, Melter just popped up and said Taco Bell will ball blast your bunghole. Dave says, make a run for the border. You remember when that was their slogan? What was it? Run for the border? Something like that. Oh, man. Taco Bell. Oh, man. I need to work on the mailbox song. I've been too busy making songs about toilet paper. I have a couple songs about the quarantine and toilet paper. What? What? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Where you going? Come here. Come here. Up here. Come on. Up here. Come on. You old stinker. You old stinker. You old stinker. Yeah, I could live stream all the way over to the Taco Bell. Jimmy's dropping the link for Jack Irons, so go check that out. Like I said, anytime you guys want to drop links to anything, drop it in there, so people can click on it. Go check it out. I don't know what Taco Bell's slogan is now. Had a great meal at Taco Bell. Would you get diarrhea? But it was worth it. That's exactly right there, Bunderdome. Axel he'd probably like to have somebody around Jimmy. He gets upset at night when he's here by himself. I've almost what? Well, I've almost thought about getting another dog, but I don't know. I don't know if I can handle two of them. He's a good dog, though. He's a good dog. Yeah, Hiroshi Paradox says it'd be funny to wrap someone's house with TP and see how they react now. They're probably out there rolling it up, taking it in. People talking about food in there, Indian food and stuff. I've never had Indian food. I've had, man, we had a Thai restaurant here for like a month or two. It was too far out of the way. But man, that was like some of the best food I've ever had. I love Thai food. Ezra says, I have the runs to the border. There you go. Yeah, Doofy just dropped the link for that video about the poop. So go and check that out because it's really funny. Tony Sizzle talking about Taco Bell, Demolition Man. Yeah, the weird handshakes. The 3 shells. Taco Bell being the only restaurant after the restaurant wars. I might have to go back and watch Demolition Man again. Which I love Stallone movies. Bunderdome says, Taco Bell's never given me diarrhea. I had Thai the other day and I sprayed my poor new bidet. Oh, man. Model 316 making some terrible jokes in there. That's a terrible joke. Oh. I don't even like The Simpsons that much. You know, you can all get mad or whatever. I always liked Futurama a lot better. I like the early Simpsons, like the first... I'm not going to say the first season because I never really watched it because it had a different animation. But like season 2 up to about maybe season 6 maybe. That's when I watched it. And I liked it a lot better back then. That's just me, you know. Everybody likes different stuff. Hiroshi Paradox says, so with the bidet, don't you still need TP or something to dry off? Ezra's going to be rewatching the last 2 Rambo films. Awesome. My favorite Rambo film, though, is still First Blood. That's my favorite. Movie's so awesome. Me and Me and my youngest brother Jake. Man, we watch Rambo, Ninja Turtles stuff all the time. Like our favorite movies. Model says Simpsons hasn't been good since season 6. So good, I looks like I jumped off at the right time. Purgatory Paul says they need political toilet paper. You can actually get some that has Hillary Clinton on it. I've seen it on some website. I'm sure there's Donald Trump toilet paper out there too. Dick Richards says when Conan was a writer on The Simpsons, it was awesome. Yeah, it really was. I love Conan O'Brien. Before he went back in the day when he was on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, that show was hilarious. So many hysterical characters, and they would just do the stupidest things. Absolutely loved it. Vicky says First Blood was the best one. I agree. I love that movie. Such a good movie. Sam says me and my friends started watching Community recently. Pretty hilarious. I watched some of that, and I thought it was awesome, and I kind of stopped. I think it was probably at the time there was only the first season was up or something, and that's all I watched. Oh, Doofy says the last time I ate Taco Bell, my bunghole had its first blood. That's terrible. That's awful. That is so awful. Oh man. And Jimmy there dropping links for Little Girl Lethal. Go check that out. It's Jimmy's book. So Jimmy's a cool dude. I like Jimmy. So go check out his book too. Ezra says my sister bought my mom Trump toilet paper for Christmas. That's awesome. That is so cool. What? Somebody's back over here talking to me. What are you doing? Do you want to do tricks for everybody? You want to do tricks for him? Hang on a second. Let me go get him something and see if we can get him to do some tricks. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. What'd you do? Knock everything over in there? Good grief, Axel. Okay. Axel just knocked over like a whole big pile of stuff over here. Didn't you? I went and got him some bones. These are broke. I didn't want to give him a whole bunch of big bones. Come here, buddy. Come here. Now, look here. Look here. We say. What? Come on. Do it loud. Do it. No. We say. Do it real loud for everybody. We say. Come on. There you go. That's a good boy. Let's see. Model says I ate some pickled ghost peppers at a farmer's market once and almost died. I had a buddy of mine trick me. He's like, "Oh man, we got these little sweet peppers," and I'm a moron. I thought he was telling the truth. I was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "You want to try one?" I'm like, "Sure." Took a bite out of it. It was I don't know if it was a habanero or what, but I was not prepared, and my face just went blood red, and I started sweating, and he started laughing hysterically. And his dad was like, "Did you eat one of them peppers?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes in there and gets a glass of milk and just pours a whole glass for him and goes, "Drink this." I drank the milk. Oh, we got Axel back. Looky here. Look what I got. I got another bone. Got another bone. You want this? Up. Say, look, he'll do good tricks. Good boy. Good boy. There's your other bone. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's another thing. Not only do I buy like cheap graphic novels at Ollie's, they have these. They had a like a jar. Like I can't even get as big as it is. This big giant jar of dog bones for $10, and Axel loves them. So, like when I'm getting to do multiple tricks like here, I'll get the little broke ones. But he does really good. He knows a lot of tricks. Sit down. We say. Sorry, did that one, Doug. We say. What? What? Come on, do it loud. Good boy. Now shake. Good boy. Up again. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Yeah, Axel's very food driven, Vicky. So that's how you teach him to do stuff. You just get him some treats. Him and Dexter, which is funny. I don't got no more, buddy. Dexter hates Axel with a passion. Dexter is Dad's. He's actually my nephew's dog, but Dad feeds them, so they pretty much listen to Dad. They think Dad's the boss. And Dexter is just like him. He's food driven. Do anything for a treat. And the other dog, Grizz, he's this big fuzzy husky. He doesn't care anything about treats. You give him a treat and he'll take it and dig a hole and bury it and eat whenever he gets ready. So you can't teach him to do nothing. Oh, let's see. Doofy says Lone Wolf versus Ghost Pepper. There we go. That would be a good one. Oh, that's a good idea for pickles. We were talking about doing a pickle verse where all the characters are like pickle versions. So we could have like Lone Wolf as a pickle. You'd be Pickle Wolf versus Ghost Pepper. And see, it's a ghost and a pepper. So that would be awesome. Sleep Jimmy says, try Carolina Reaper. No thanks, Jimmy. It's too hot. The thing is, I like hot things. I like spicy stuff. But it kills my stomach and gives me migraines. So I try not to eat stuff like that. Hiroshi Paradox says, when I went to Ollie's, their prices weren't good. It was a trashier version of Big Lots. I think they had a junky wedding dress on one rack, too. The one here, I say here, but it's in Cookeville. They got all kind of awesome stuff, and most of it seems to be pretty good deals. Like that's where I get most of my graphic novels at. Graphic novels and trade paperbacks pay about $5 to $10 for them. Let's see. Cute dogs like Pomeranians. The only little dogs I like. I mean, I used to date this girl and she had a Pomeranian and it was Satan, and so I've never really liked them. I like the little mini wiener dogs, and I don't care for Chihuahuas much. Pretty much just the little wiener dogs. That's the only little dogs I really like. A friend of mine had one once, and somebody gave it to her, and she's like, I'm thinking about I might have to give my dog away. And I was like, if you give this dog away, please, please, please let me have it. I was like, I will give you money for it. Because while we were at her house, the dog, he was my buddy. He became my buddy. He sat in my lap the whole time, and we played the whole time. And I think that's why that she didn't let me have the dog, was because it liked me better than her. And she's stupid, and I see her from time to time, and I think about throwing a rock at her because she's a poop head. Doofy says, if you use the pepper idea, don't forget my 10%. You got to take that up with Pickles. Pickles will have to pay everybody 10% and then pay you a 10%. So do you get 10% of my 10%, or do you get 10% of his 10%, or 10% out of his 100%? I think I'm allergic to cats, Vicky. I love cats, but anytime I'm around them, I start itching and all kind of stuff. I don't like it. Oh, some other small dog breeds I actually do like. I like Boston Terriers, and I like French Bulldogs, but just because they're funny looking. I like Bulldogs too. I would like to have a Bulldog. I'm so used to Huskies though, because we've had Huskies so long. And we used to have a Border Collie that was the best dog I've ever had in my life. And I don't think he was 100% Border Collie. I think he was part Border Collie, part Australian Shepherd, because he was big. But he was a good dog. Besides Axel, he's probably the best dog I ever had. Axel's my buddy. You guys can't see him, but he's over here. He's got his head laid on my leg. You a good boy, ain't you? You a good boy. If I could, I'd take him to work. No, Dave, no. Butterdome says, I like Rumble Terriers. That's the funny thing about Rumble. He's got two of them little fellers now. A friend of mine, she's got two. She was sending me pictures of them. They're funny. They're absolutely funny. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? What? What? He's probably wanting to go see Mom and Dad. He likes to go up to their house and they give him treats and talk to him and aggravate him. But he don't know that they're gone today. They went on their own camping trip. I don't do good math, Jimmy. What? Well, guys, I've been on here for about an hour and 30 minutes. So I think I'm going to bail. Take this old poopy out for a walk. You want to go outside? Huh? Yeah? You ready to go outside? You ready? Tell everybody bye. Tell them bye. Say bye. Say bye. He don't know why I'm saying it. He's looking for Mom and Dad, because that's what I always tell him when they're up there and he barks at them. Tell them bye. Tell the computer people bye. He's like, you're crazy, Doug. There ain't no people in that computer. There ain't no people in that computer, he says. So we're going to go outside, go for a walk. Ain't we going for a walk? You ready to go for a walk? Yeah, we'll go. We'll go. So I hope y'all have a good day. And stay safe. Don't get no coronavirus. Take it easy. Get some rest. Enjoy time with your family. Axel says bye. He said bye. So we'll see you later. Bye.